A very good morning to you once again.
Good morning, Palesa. Yes, we are all ready here for you. And we have two very important guests. We have the Minister for Small Business Development, that is Lindiwe Zulu, as well as the Gauteng MEC for Business Development, Lebogang Maile. Now, let's start with the Minister, of course. Minister, welcome to Morning Live. What does it mean to be taking part in this initiative?
This is just part of what we are working on with the Department of, with the province of Gauteng, but all the provinces in any way. We're looking for a coordinated approach to supporting small and medium enterprises, not only at the level of government, but also at the level of how we relate to the private sector, how we relate to organizations such as the one that has brought us here, to be able to package our support for SMMEs in a much more coordinated manner. But at the end of the day, it's also about Soweto. We are in Soweto today. We're talking of economic development. We're not talking of just revitalization, because I've always saying, what are we revitalizing? We need to start from scratch and make sure that we build the economy right here in Soweto. The money must be in Soweto. The infrastructure must be ready. The small and medium enterprises must be able to take advantage of whatever the province as well as the city of Johannesburg has to offer in order for the economy of this Soweto to grow.
So how will your department help oversee all of this development?
We're working together with the Premier of the province as well as the MEC of the province. We're connecting our efforts because the province itself has got the economic development plans, so we can't be seen to be working in isolation. The programs that we have as a Department of Small Business Development, nationally, generally, the issues of the 9-point plan of government, the National Development Plan, must find itself even within the provinces. And so because we're in Soweto today, we're talking about economic development in this area.
And of course, Soweto is indeed part of Gauteng, and I think one of the most famous areas of Gauteng. So how is the MEC, how's your department in Gauteng going to facilitate this economic development?
Well, there's a study that has been done by the World Bank which tells us that township economies in Gauteng are estimated to be worth about 100 billion rands. But unfortunately, that money does not circulate amongst our people. And that's why we came about with this concept of making sure that we pursue economic development in the places where people are, because the vast majority of our people reside in townships, yet economic activities are in the suburbs and in towns. So we want to make sure, as part of fighting inequality, unemployment, poverty, reduce the cost of traveling, reduce the cost of doing business. We've already started doing all these things. For instance, we have said all the people who are doing business with us, we'll be paying them in 15 days. We have started doing it. In the last month, about 76% of the invoices in Gauteng departments were paid in 14 days. We said there are certain requirements for businesses to operate that needs to be processed by government. They must be processed on time. For instance, our environmental impact assessment studies used to take about 24 months. They now take 3 months, and we are working towards 1 month. We're looking, for instance, our liquor licenses. They used to take a longer period to do and all that. We are working with the municipalities. So it's no longer about what are we going to do. It's about what are we doing and perfecting whatever that we are doing. We came in 2014. We said we want to change things. We have started changing things for the better. On the 20th of October, the Premier will be launching what we call the Township Stock Exchange, because we want to look at a different way of financing our township-based entrepreneurs and small SMMEs. We don't want them to rely only on your government funding agencies, because the monies that they have, it's not enough. It will never be enough, not even with the banks. If you look at the stockpiles and burial societies, the industry is worth about 70 billion. But where is the money? The money is sitting with financial institutions. What are they doing with it? They invest it in other things that are not related to the upliftment of our people. So we want our people to take the money that they have, to have choices, invest it in such a way that can help them to build sustainable businesses. We don't want to reduce township economic revitalization to small things like just chisanyamas. We want to increase and bolster the productive and manufacturing capacity of our township.
SABC, let me keep you there, but hopefully we will see this great action happen here in Soweto. I think it's one of the most famous townships and obviously the most famous place in South Africa due to its iconic icon status in terms of the struggle, etc.
Like I said, it's already happening. We are not talking dreams now. We are talking things that we are already doing.
Thank you very much, Emising Lebogang Maile and Minister Lindiwe Zulu. Well, that's a wrap from us at the Soweto Economic Transformation Indaba. It's back to you in studio.